factoring quadratic trinomials when the coefficient is not 1. So the two methods we're going to be using today, the one method we're going to be using today is slide and divide. We learned two methods. The two methods we learned were factoring by grouping and slide and divide, but we kind of decided that slide and divide is easier for us, for our class. We liked it, so we just stuck with it. So let's do slide and divide. Before you slide and divide, the first thing you want to look at is you want to look at all of your coefficients. Well, these two coefficients, that's a constant, right? And you want to think, okay, is there any number that goes into all of these numbers besides 1? No. So then you start sliding and dividing. Sometimes you got to take out a GCF. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this, I'm going to work in purple. Purple's my favorite color. All right, you're going to take the, take A, and you're going to multiply it to C. So now you have P squared minus 2P minus 15. Okay. We slid, now we're going to factor. We have to think what two numbers multiply to negative 15 and add to negative 2. I know it's going to be 5 and 3. Negative 5 and positive 3 is going to get me a negative 2. You're not done here. A lot of people stop here. They think they're done, but you still have to divide. You need to divide what you slid by. We slid by 3, so that's what we have to divide by. Bottoms up, 3p minus 5. And then this reduces p plus 1. And that's your final answer. Next, is there any GCF you can take out? No, so you're going to slide. N squared plus 3n. 2 times negative 9 is negative 18. Now you're going to factor. What two numbers multiply to negative 18 and add to 3? I am thinking 6 and 3. Now I need to figure out where I'm going to put the negative. That would be a negative 3 and positive 6. Now I need to divide by what I slid by, so I slid by 2, so I'm going to divide. Bottoms up, 2n minus 3, and this fraction reduces to n plus 3. Final answer. Okay, this one's a little bit different because when you look at this, there is something you could factor out. It's not 9, because 9 doesn't go into 66, and 9 doesn't go into 21, but it's 3, because 3 goes into 9, 3 goes into 66, and 3 goes into 21. We're down to number 8, by the way. We jumped down to number 8. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're first going to take out a 3. When you take out a 3, you're left with 3k squared plus 22k plus 7. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to slide. So you're going to slide this 3 over to the 7. Make sure you bring this 3 down that you factored out. K squared plus 22k plus 21. Now I need to think what two numbers multiply to 21 and add to 22. Well, that's obviously going to be 21 and 1. So k plus 21 and k plus 1. Now I need to divide by what I slid by, which was 3. Uh, 21 over 3 becomes 7, so k plus 7. And then for this one, we can't reduce it, so bottoms up, 3k plus 1. Okay, now we're going to jump to number 9. This one is similar. You're going to think, what GCF can I take out of here? And it's 3, because 3 goes into 15, negative 27, and negative 6. So I'm going to take out a 3. 5n squared minus 9n minus 2. Next up, I'm going to slide. Bring down that 3. Now we're left with n squared minus 9n minus 10. I need to think what two numbers multiply to negative 10 but add to negative 9. So I'm thinking 10 and 1. And negative 10 plus 1 is negative 9. Now I need to divide by what I slid by, so I slid by a 5, so I need to divide by that. This reduces to n minus 2. This one you can't reduce, so bottoms up. 5n plus 1. Okay, last but not least, we're going to do number 16, which is a little bit different. Okay, what's different about 16 is there is no GCF we can factor out, really. Like, we can't factor out a 3 or 2 because it doesn't go into the 25s, but there is a negative in the front. Anytime there's a negative in the front, factor it out, because when you don't, you usually end up getting the wrong answer because you end up getting confused and you don't even realize it. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with factoring out the negative. So when we factor out the negative, we're going to be left with 6a squared plus 25a plus 25. Okay, now I'm going to slide, so I'm going to slide the 6 over. I'm left with a squared plus 25a plus 150. I now need to think what two numbers multiply to 150 and add to 25, and that's going to be 10 and 15. So a plus 10, a plus 15. Now my next step is I'm going to divide by what I slid by, and I slid by a 6, so I'm going to divide by 6, divide by 6. I can reduce these fractions. Remember, if you can reduce them, you need to reduce them. So this one, 2 goes into both, so 10 divided by 2 is 5, and 6 divided by 2 is 3. And then for this one, 3 goes into both. 3 goes into that, the numerator 5 times, and 3 goes into the denominator 2 times. Now bottoms up. 3a plus 5 and 2a plus 5. And just remember that you still have to have that negative in the front. That doesn't go anywhere. All right, that's it. You're going to complete the worksheets, and that'll be it for today.